Can you go too deep?
Can go too deep, or you can get too hot also. So you want to keep it nice and wet and cool. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on my 2009 Jeep Liberty. I recently got it maybe a month ago, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and make a video on it. What I'm going to do to it. First off, like I said, it's 2009. It's got almost 200,000 miles, like 197 or something. Kind of high mileage. It's got a 3-inch lift, I do believe. It's got what's equivalent to a 32-inch tire. Some crazy tread on them. Still got the knobs on them. The little nipples. That's my finger down in there. They rub a little bit, but not much at all. As you can see, it's not bad in there. All 4 doors have pretty big dents in them. So I want to try to get those out best as possible. It'd be nice if Pick and Pull would have one of these. I just get new doors. This one's pretty bad. This one I think I can get out. This one's got a crease in it. So I think I can get most of it out, but I can't do the paintless dent removal stuff. Everything else except the doors is in pretty good shape. This side is the worst side. I don't know if you make it out, but it's got a huge dent in it. It was actually rolled on its side. So up here is a massive dent. Then the whole door right there is dented in. Then the back door is dented. Then all the scratches from where it was on its side. So I'm gonna try to get most of that out. The driver window, you have to hold over as you're rolling it up because it falls forward and gets off track. So I do want to get that. I do want to get that fixed. It's kind of annoying. The rest of the windows are actually tinted, except this one because they got busted out when I got rolled over. So I need to get that tinted at some point. It needs new wheel bearings on the front. I got those. I just got to put them in. I'll make a video on that. Then the lights are pretty foggy. They actually look better in the picture than they do in person. But they're crazy foggy. I'm gonna get those cleaned up and polish them. The other morning on my way to work in town, I hit a deer. So I broke my grill. So at some point I'll get a new one of those also. Other than that though, it's pretty good shape. The only thing I've done to it was the dude before me, I helped him tint the windows. I put these seat covers on. I had these in my garage, so I figured I might as well use them. They're actually pretty nice. The interior was pretty nice already, but I figured might as well put these seat covers to use. It's got WeatherTech floor mats. I put an aftermarket radio on it, Sony touchscreen. and wash it. All right, now we're gonna get to the headlights. I went ahead and removed the grill. There's like 10 clips or so. They're little push pins you pop up every so often. Then you gotta remove the cable, unclip it. There's little tabs that go through your headlights right here. You push down and pull out. Then it kind of just snaps in everywhere. Comes out in one piece. It comes out in one piece like this. Mine's broke. That's kind of why I didn't make a video or explain what I was doing, because it came out in pieces. All right, first step we're gonna do is you need water, obviously. I got a little spray bottle, make it a little nicer. They need sandpaper, some really fine sandpaper. These are at Walmart for like $4. It's got 1,000 grit and 1,500 grit. But I'm gonna be using the DA sander. I got 1,000 on it right now. And the 1,500, 2,000, 3,000. And then the last step is going to be polishing it. I have some 3M Perfect machine polish. That's step number 2. So what you're going to do is go through all your steps. I'll go ahead and show you. So I have a sanding block here. Start with 1,000 grit. You're going to go up and down with that one, and then you're going to switch your 1,500 and go side to side. Then when you dry it off, you're going to see your sand marks. You probably don't see them in the video, and you want to stop with the 1,500 when over your 1,000 grit sand marks are gone. Mine's got to go a little bit further. There's still a haze back in there. It's going to look bad until you get it polished, so don't worry. And you don't need to take your grill off if you don't want to. You can put masking tape around the edges. You just don't want to hit your paint with sandpaper. So we'll go ahead and get to it, and then you'll see what I'm doing. I feel like that's on the inside.
Why you have to go over so many times?
I'm trying to get this haze out, but I think it's on the inside. I think it's gonna be perfect, but it'll look better.
Can you go too deep?
Yeah.
How do you know when it's good enough to when you buff it that it's okay?
So first you start with 1,000 grit, and that's what gets rid of all the imperfections.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get back over to 1,500 grit and try to get your sanding marks out.
Okay.
So the first step is the only part that really matters. And yes, you can go too deep, or you can get too hot also. So you want to keep it nice and wet and cool and not stay in one spot too long. After you're done with the first one, like this fogginess is starting to come out with the other ones. You just gotta work on getting your sanding marks out so it buffs smoother.
This is literally like when you're doing your car. You have to keep going higher.
You don't have to really go this high, but the higher you go, the less buffing you gotta do.
Is this something you think is on the inside right there, or can it not? You think it'll come out?
That's won't come out.
Did I ask how do we know when you're done? Like when it's enough? Like what is it supposed to look like when it's enough?
Like completely done, or
Yeah, like when you're ready to buff it, like with your compound. How do we know when we're ready for that?
So you're just gonna keep going until you're done with the highest grit sandpaper you got?
Okay.
And when you know you're done with that, all of your other sanding marks are gone.
Okay, so you have to do it until there's no more sanding marks.
Yeah, so you can, if you look close enough, you don't see any scratches really. Just kind of foggy.
Okay. Looks really good.
That's what it should look like when we buff it.
That's really good. Compared to this, that's extremely good.
Yeah.
It's like a new headlight.
So I showed this at the beginning, but I don't really care about the paint of the Jeep, so I'm going to show you guys the proper way of doing it. Put some masking tape down on your paint around it, so this way if sandpaper gets close, you don't scratch your paint. And this way while I'm buffing it, I don't burn through the paint. What you can also do to the grill instead of taking it all the way out.
Is it easier to take the grill out or tape?
I would rather just take this one out. It's pretty simple to do. When you're buffing, if your pad hits your paint on the edge, it can cut into it. So you want to smear the buffing compound around so there's no dry spots like this right here. You want it to be all soaked in.
What could happen if there's dry spots?
It could cause deeper scratches. Then you have to resand.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
How many times do you have to go over it with buffing compound?
Just after you wipe it down, and you can stop whenever you think it's good, really, but I still see a little bit more scratches. Probably won't be able to pick up in video.
No, I got them.
So I'm gonna go back over a little bit more.
Looks pretty good. That's a huge difference. I don't even think that you could see the yellow or the orange bulb in there.
I'll take care of that one.
Barely. You really cannot. I mean, I can see it kind of, but nothing like this.
So this one ain't perfect. You still see some marks in there, but this is the one I only used 1,000 grit and 1,500 grit on. I ain't going higher. But I think it's good enough. A lot better than it was.
Oh, way better. That's crazy.
bonus clip, we're gonna do a brake light too. 10 millimeter. Oh, nice. Melted. Get some pliers and get it out there.
Yeah.
That's how you do the headlights. As you can see, they look a lot better. They could have been a little bit better, I'd imagine. There's a little bit of a haze to them. My wife did this one, and she did a pretty good job. So if you guys liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, or if it helped you. If you got any questions, leave me a comment. If you'll see more, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you check out the other videos coming up on it. I got a couple of them lined up. Catch you guys next time.